This is gorgeous rhubarb juice and what I'm going to be canning today. It is something new for me. Well, we definitely need to pick the rhubarb. I need to make sure there's no seed pods. So I wanted to show you how twist and pull. See, it comes right out. The wind got too strong to hear me, so here is the pile of rhubarb, and I'm going to cut off the leaves and I leave them in the garden bed there. The rhubarb leaves are toxic, so I don't even take them in the house, and I just leave them to go back into the soil and take all the stalks of rhubarb into the house. I am back inside with the rhubarb, and now I need to wash the stalks and cut this end off here. This is the root end that I pulled it out by. And it will keep growing for quite a while. So I'm gonna rinse these all and put them over here to dry. So I have the ones here that need to be washed and the ends cut off. And see, there's no holes. It's not woody. This is really nice, fresh rhubarb. Sometimes later in the season, it'll get a little drier. Some of the stalks aren't as good. There's a few canning recipes I want to do with rhubarb for the first time, besides jam. I've done jam. The one is from the Ball Book of Home Preserving, and I'm going to start that one today. Sunshine Rhubarb Juice Concentrate. And you cut up 12 cups of rhubarb, and you put it in a pot, and you add some water, some sugar, and the zest of one lemon and the zest of one orange. You can also just use just the rhubarb and make rhubarb concentrate. But you can this, and then you can add it to water, sparkling water, ginger ale, 7-Up. It's like a 50-50 mix to whatever, because it's going to be concentrated. And I have read that it tastes like ruby red grapefruit juice. And I like that a lot. Cut it into 1-inch pieces. Just slice it up. Missy, get away. You don't want rhubarb. So I need 12 cups. So I need to do this 3 times. That's a 4-cup. And this makes 4-pint jars. So I'm going to try just the 4 pints, and then I will know if I like this. I'll try it before the season's over, and if I want to make more. Because we really enjoyed the other juices that I have canned, the grape juice and cranberry juice. And it's just really nice to have on the shelf. I also have peach syrup that I have canned that is left over from when you can peaches. And that's really good mixed with tea to make peach iced tea. So I'll keep chopping this up. I got a lot of it here. We're going to be doing a lot with the rhubarb. I also freeze rhubarb. Last year I made Victorian barbecue sauce that has rhubarb in it, and that's very good. It's great on chicken. But I still have enough of that left. So, okay, there's 4 cups. I will keep doing this and bring you back. The rhubarb is all in the pot, and now we need to zest 1 lemon and 1 orange into here. So I have a microplane that I am going to zest. I love the smell of fresh lemon. When I bring these home, I wash them, and dry them off, and then put them in the drawer. That's all done. And now the orange. When I'm done with this, zesting this, I'm going to cut it in half and take it out for the Orioles. They're such beautiful birds. And I put them outside the kitchen window so I can see them. Okay, there we go. Let's get all the little bits out of the zester. I'm gonna add this in. And I'm gonna give everything a stir. So if you wanted just rhubarb juice, you just leave out the lemon and orange zest. I'm going to put this on the stove and let it come to a boil. And then we keep stirring it so it doesn't stick. Then reduce the heat and put the lid on. And you let it cook for about 10 minutes. So here is my jelly bag. I have dampened this. So when the rhubarb is ready, it's on the stove cooking. We'll put it through this and let it sit for a couple of hours. After this has sat dripping for at least 2 hours, we'll put it back on the stove on medium and bring it to 190, add sugar in and let that dissolve. We don't want it to come to a boil and we don't want to burn it. We'll skim off any foam and put it into the jars. It is almost to a boil. I'm going to put the lid on, reduce the heat, and set the timer for 10 minutes. Then we put it in the jelly bag and let it do its thing for a couple hours. The rhubarb is all soft now, so I'm going to pour it through the jelly bag. This is damp. Before I got this, I would use a mesh strainer with some cheesecloth. So you don't have to have this. And pour careful because it's hot. Okay, now this is really surprising me because it looks very green there, but look what is coming out. I don't know if you can see, but it's pink. It is pink juice. I got steam. So it says to let this sit for at least 2 hours and do its thing. So I will bring you back in a couple hours. Okay, it has been long enough. What I find fascinating is this is green. And look at the color down here. It is bright pink. So you can see it. Anyway, what we do now, I have my jars washed and staying warm with hot water. I have my lids and rings here. I have my steam canner, which you can't see, steam canner filled with water to the line it's supposed to be, and I have that heating up. So now we get rid of this. Maybe you can see the color now. We're going to put it back in the pot. Pour this careful. I'm going to put this on this, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of sugar to this and put it on the stove until it reaches 190. You don't want it to come to a boil, just want to dissolve the sugar. It came up to temperature. It says to skim off any foam if you have foam, but I really don't have any. There's not enough to skim. So I have the warm jar, the warm juice. Needs a 1/4 inch headspace. And now when I pour it in here, there's some foam. So I'm using a plastic spatula to get that out. Getting it stirred up, pouring it in here did that, I guess. Okay. Add up to the 1/4 inch. There's not going to really be any air pockets in this. There's no solids at all. Wipe that rim. Put the flat on, and I'm using 4 jar lids, and then finger tight. We want to have room for the air to evacuate. And I will put this on the canner, steam canner. Let's fill a couple more. Should make 4. Extra foam off. There's just a dribble left in there, so it makes 4 pints just like the book says. Finger tight and on the canner. Oop. So I have them setting on here. The water down below is warm. I put this on and turn the heat up. I need the red line to come over here to this bottom black line. That's where I tested it for, and that's as high as it goes in my area. So it has to be Follow the directions for your steam canner if you have one though. You can do these in the water bath. You put them in the water bath, bring it to a boil, a hard boil, and put the timer on 10 minutes. It is time to set the timer. The timer just went off. We're going to turn off the heat, and this has to sit for 5 minutes. Now this concentrate, you would add an equal amount of water or another juice or soft drink to it, sparkling water. Just put them on the mat. They will set here until tomorrow. You need to leave them alone, leave the rings on, don't touch them. And tomorrow we'll remove the rings, clean them up. They don't feel sticky. But look at that color. I'm just amazed. And we'll see if they all seal or not. I have one there that has not yet. Don't know if I didn't wipe it good enough. The others have. Hopefully this one does. If not, it'll go in the fridge. Well, here we are the next day. And here is the finished concentrate. It is so pretty. It came from this book, and I used 4 jar lids. I do have a discount code down below, but I just wanted to show you what they looked like at the end. The beautiful color. And they did all seal. Thank you for watching. See you next time at Pike Creek Farm.